Hey guys, it's Laursen here. How are you today? So I wanted to, I became really aware of something for myself recently, like within this last week. And I just really am excited and want to share it with you. Um, I have been, taking a whole bunch of classes for a long time, all different kinds of modalities. And the last 5 years, I've been doing these ones called Access Consciousness. And some people make fun of me for taking these classes because they're like, why would you want to take another class? Because so many of us think of how much we hated school when we were kids. And these classes are different. Like they're different and they're different for me. I love them. I think they're great. I find that every time I go, I learn a little bit more about myself, about the world, and it just makes it a lot more fun. And so I'm all up for having more fun. So the story that I wanted to share was earlier this year. I'm a part of a few things, and in Access Consciousness, they have these things called clearings, and these one clearings were called the fraud patrol. And so it's kind of like anything that either you use against yourself or comes against you to stop you from being you and or being me. And those running those clearings actually changed my life. I had no idea that I was, I guess I'll say, fraud patrolling myself, thinking so little of myself, criticizing myself, judging myself, and the whole thing. And I started running those clearings. I probably ran them because there's this thing you can do them where you run them on your phone or your computer, and they just run and they just sort of clear things energetically. And this may be a little woo for you people who aren't into the energetic thing. I used to be like that too, totally. 30 years of the healthcare. So, and what else is possible now? So anyways, what I found is that it began to unlock in my world and change my world, where I started to be like, hey, I'm actually pretty cool. I think I like me. And I also have been taking a whole bunch of I take like smaller classes within it. There's just so many amazing facilitators within Access Consciousness. And so I've been taking this one class with this Corey Michelle, and she asked us a question of what would make your life worth living. And I thought, wow, in that 10 seconds, I wasn't really sure. I don't, and so for about a week, I asked myself that, what would really make my life worth living? And I'll tell you, I've got a lovely husband. I've got 3 great kids who have lovely, enjoyable others. I have a grandbaby on the way. And what I really realized, as much as I adore them all, and they are such a contribution to my life, it wasn't enough. And I thought, well, what is it then if they're not enough? I mean, we hear family is everything, and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, okay, what's wrong with me if I don't think family's enough? And the other night, just before I fell asleep, I actually heard, and I got this awareness. It was like this thoughts in my head that said, being me, being me, all of me, being me without the, trying to impress others, being me without, filtering myself, being me, just being me. Like kids are just they're unapologetically themselves. They just do what they do, whether it's a temper tantrum or yell out loud or, or roll around on the ground or squeal with delight. That is what actually I realized would make my life worth living. And all the rest of the stuff is just freaking bonuses on top of that. So, part of, I wanted to share this story just for anybody who is looking for more in their life. And part of it is also as an invitation. am hosting what's just called a pod. So I'm in my house at the beginning of August, the 5th through 7th. I'm going to be watching, live streaming a class that's going to be held by Dr. Dain Heer in Denver, Colorado. And this is something you can do too. You can either come play with me, or you can watch it from your own home, or you can go live to the class. And if you're looking for more in your life, like whatever that more is, if you were like me and you're like, God, like, what's wrong with me? I have this amazing family. I have this good life, or, and sure, shit comes up, and, maybe we have body stuff, or we have arguments or things like that go on, but beyond that there's something else more, and you want to know what that more is for you. Taking this class for this one particular, August 5th to 7th, is called The Choice of Possibilities. Used to be called the 2-3, level 2-3. They changed it, and now it's The Choice of Possibilities. So how does it get any better than that? So I'd love to invite you to play. And if you don't choose this class, go online at accessconsciousness.com, choose any class, just, go for fun, play with it. And life is about fun. And I love the tagline for Access Consciousness is, all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. Not all of life comes to me with pain, suffering, and gory. So, which is where I used to function from. And so, yeah. So what else is possible? How does it get any better than this? And, a lot of people have made fun of me for taking these classes over the years. And personally, I think the joke's on them. Life only gets better and better. And I'm so grateful. I'm grateful for, Gary Douglas and Dain Heer, the co-founders of Access, and for myself for choosing, because the tools don't work if I don't choose them and if I don't use them. So adoring you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and love to see you either in the pod at my house, August 5th to 7th, 2016, or somewhere else in the world, or another time. You take care. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me. I'd love to hear from you. Take care. Bye-bye.